Recent massive raids on factories and plants and other businesses around the country have led to the arrest of thousands of illegal aliens in this country and charges against their illegal employers. Imagine that. As Lisa Sylvester now reports, those raids are raising serious questions about corporate America's efforts to save money by using cheap illegal alien labor.
New Bedford, Massachusetts. Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents arrested 360 illegal aliens at the Michael Bianco textile plant. The company's owner, the payroll manager, and plant manager were charged with conspiring to hire illegal aliens. ICE agents allege company officials knew that many of their employees were using phony green cards. Until recently, companies that hired illegal aliens had little to worry about. The federal government looked the other way, and the average fine was less than $2,000. Now employers can be sentenced to up to 10 years in prison for harboring illegal aliens. The number of criminal charges against corporate officials has increased from 25 in 2002 to 718 last year.
Joining me now for more on the role of corporate America and the use of illegal alien labor and the consequences of the conflicts we face because of this illegal alien and illegal immigration crisis is Robert Rector, Senior Research Fellow at the Heritage Foundation. He's done extensive research on the projections of the impact of illegal immigration on this country and a number of the legislative proposals before us. And Professor George Grayson, professor at the College of William & Mary, an internationally recognized authority on the politics and the economy of Mexico. And let me tell you, he knows quite a bit about this political economy as well. And John Morganelli, District Attorney for Northampton County in Pennsylvania. Mr. Morganelli is the first district attorney in the nation to use the state criminal code to fight illegal immigration. And joining us tonight is T.J. Bonner. He is the president of the National Border Patrol Council, the organization representing all 11,000 U.S. Border Patrol agents. Good to have you all here. Let's start with the role of corporate America in exacerbating this crisis. Mr. Morganelli, you've prosecuted, you have used the criminal code. To what degree do you see illegal employers as responsible for the illegal immigration crisis we confront?
Well, Lou, what I see is that they know. It's a wink and a nod. The employers know these people are illegal. They take these phony Social Security cards, which are often invalid numbers or numbers that are issued lawfully to other American citizens. They take phony green cards, and it's all about cheap labor. And the reason my office got involved in this, Lou, is because identity theft by illegal aliens is a huge crime in the United States. It's American citizens' Social Security numbers are being utilized by random, and you may not even know that you're the victim of it. And we see this all across the country. And in my county, 1,000 people we arrested using fraudulent documents, 4 or 5 different names.
Give us your sense of how broad the problem is nationwide. Is it different than the experience in Northampton County, Pennsylvania?
Absolutely not, because these are national figures. National figures show the U.S. Government Accounting Office recently released identity theft, growing problem. One of the major causes is illegal aliens using other people's information.
T.J. Bonner, you're the problem. You and all those 11,000 Border Patrol agents, if you're doing your job, our borders would be secure.
Oh, that it were so, Lou. 11,000 agents to cover 8,000 miles of border 24/7 translates to a few thousand at any given time out there.
Hey,
the real problem is
8,000. A lot of people are saying, hey, wait a minute. The border with Mexico is just 2,000, actually just a little under.
2,000, another 4,000 between the United States and Canada, and then you have some coastal areas, and we don't patrol all of the coastal areas.
People forget that when we talk about the Border Patrol and adding another 50%. Let me ask you this. Why can't the United States Border Patrol get the resources, the manpower, and the commitment of its leadership to secure that border?
We're the United States of America, Lou. We can put a man on the moon, bring him back safely. We can secure borders halfway across the world. If the will were here, we could secure our borders tomorrow. It's all for lack of will.
Professor Grayson, Mexico is in this to this country. I mean, what I can understand is why there isn't a will. We have an illegal immigration crisis. Mexico is also the largest source of methamphetamines, heroin, marijuana, and cocaine entering the United States. Why in the world isn't there a will to secure that border?
Lou, Mexico's elites live like Maharajas, but they spend extremely little on education and health care and transportation to upgrade the quality of their citizens. They pay about, as a percent of gross domestic product, the same percentage that Haiti pays, 10.4%. So as a result, even though it's an immensely wealthy country, gold, silver, beaches, oil, they prefer to neglect their problems at home, turn a blind eye to them, and let U.S. taxpayers pick up the tab.
Well, let me ask you. It has always struck me, and I want to get your expert view, that we treat Mexico rather paternalistically, that we don't expect Mexico to be a full partner in anything, whether it is the war on drugs, whether it is the security of that border. And as a matter of fact, the remittances from illegal labor in this country back to Mexico is now the largest source of their national revenue, along with oil revenue, and we have a $50 billion trade deficit. Do you believe that we have sort of a paternalistic, condescending view toward Mexico that does not require equal partnership on the part of what is the wealthiest country in Latin America?
I think we do, but at the same time, the Mexicans believe that they're doing us a favor because they claim that Americans won't do many jobs in this country. And what we found, and the Wall Street Journal reported this in February. The Wall Street Journal, of course, is virtually an open borders publication. They found their
op-ed page, certainly.
Their op-ed page is. But their news reporters found that there was a chicken processing plant in Georgia, and it was raided by the federal authorities, and they had to advertise for American workers, Lou. Can you believe that? They got 400 applications, and they hired 200 Americans, most of whom were African Americans. They were quite willing to take the job, provided there was safety on the workplace, and there were decent wages, and there was job protection.
These darn American citizens. They want things like worker safety, they want absolute rules in the workplace, and they want to be paid a living wage.
It's outrageous.
You can't trust the American workforce. And I got to tell you, it reflects badly on all of us that we permitted this crisis, in my opinion, to occur. It reflects badly that in 2007, we're watching the exploitation of labor with the absolute complicity of the elites in this country and the elites in Mexico. Robert Rector, let me just say to you, I know that you have studied comprehensive immigration reform, so-called. I love the fact it's the only thing I've ever heard of in Washington that's comprehensive. And what I love is the attitude that's the lawmakers representing everyone in this room and around the country. They're comprehending comprehensive. What in the world will amnesty, in your judgment, because I know you've studied it and you've studied it since last year, what does amnesty for anywhere from 12, and I love this, we can't even say what the number is, 12 to 20 million illegal aliens in this country. What is the cost of amnesty, the fiscal cost of amnesty for illegal aliens in the country?
Illegal aliens cost a lot at the present time, but if you give them amnesty, one effect is that they will all have access to Social Security, Medicare, a program called Supplemental Security Income, Medicaid, when they retire, okay? So the real impact of amnesty would be, let's say you have 12 million people, you give them amnesty. The impact of that, the net retirement cost alone, would be negative $2.5 to $3 trillion. Negative $2.5 to $3 trillion.
$2.5 to $3 trillion.
Yes, and that's with 12 million. You're taking 10 million people and putting them into Social Security. That is one of the biggest budget impacts. That is the single biggest budget impacts I've seen in a quarter of a century. It's fantastically expensive, and it is fantastically irresponsible for Congress to be contemplating that, and they don't have a clue in the world. They don't care what it will cost.
I think everybody here is shocked to think that anyone in Congress would not have a... Excuse me.
This nation for not having the labor force that it's going to need over the next 25 years.
I'm sorry.
You know what? If you look at low-skill immigrants, okay, which most illegals are. In fact, in every stage of their life cycle, they take more in benefits than they pay in taxes.
Okay.
Every single year of the...
Okay, I've got it. Whoa. We're going to, wait, we're going to be back. We'll be back. We'll have more from our audience here in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, and the audience will be asking the questions. We'll be right back.